What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. So, last Sunday we had no superhero time because of a marathon event. However, Toei didn't actually leave us with nothing because we had seen two releases through their online platforms on YouTube and the Toei Tokusatsu fan club. So, one is Kamen Rider Gotchard versus Kamen Rider Legend, and the other would be Don Brothers, like Don Brothers versus Don Buri's special. So, but today we are going to talk about Gotchard versus Legend. So, I know I have posted on Sunday, you know, the official link to the episode, but yeah, I understand how some people can access it, but again, if you're able to find some but at least at this point I think somebody had already uploaded the first episode of Gotchard versus Legend online, and probably with subtitles. So if you can't access the official YouTube channel for Toei, and you can't watch you know that um, online exclusive show, well, on and if you can watch it officially, then you can search it online. At this point, I'm pretty sure someone has already uploaded it. So I probably will get to Don Brothers versus Don Buris if I could find any of that. But today again we'll focus on Gotchard versus Legend. So this is going to be a two-parter based on their announcement. So probably next week we'd see part two, which would also probably conclude this short, this mini drama, I guess, as well. So before I continue on, there are going to be some spoilers for Gotchard versus Legend, because I am going to explain um, some of the major plots. So if you haven't seen the show yet, I mean that's up to you. But yeah, as always, when I talk about things like these, I think you know the drill. Watch first if you can find the sources already, or if you can find the episode already. Watch first, come back to this video when you're done, because again, there will be some spoilers. So, with that said, let's move on with the video. So, what happens is Hotaro and his best friend are, of course, in Hotaro's restaurant or eatery, and while Hotaro is trying out a new dish that he wants his friend to try, so Hotaro is suddenly transported into another dimension by some sort of method that we are somewhat familiar with. So he Hotaro suddenly finds himself in some sort of box or prison, where he sees a parallel version of his best friend, who is simply called Butler. So, uh, in his world, so Hotaro's friend is called Kajiki, but in this parallel universe, he's called Butler simply, and he's working for a man called Kaguya Ho-Oh Quartz, or Kaguya Quartz Ho-Oh. Yeah, let's just call him Kaguya for short. But yeah, he's Kamen Rider Legend. We all know that. We've already posted the news, so this part isn't a spoiler. So, uh, so what happens is, of course, the Kashin from Kamen Rider Go attack, and well, Legend fights them off. So, of course, you notice the very first things that Legend uses to transform, so would be his belt, which is basically a modified version of a DK driver by design. And again, like the open door gold lion-ish design is probably taken from Kamen Rider Beast. And he also uses like a Legend Rider type Kemi card that also has a lion motif in it. So he inserts into the belt. So when the belt opens, right? So it's like this, and then when it turns the belt, it opens, and it, or when he activates, it turns and opens. You get the idea. So um so Legend fights off the Kashin and gives a couple of Kemi cards to Hotaro so he can transform into so the first Legend Rider based form that we see in the entirety of the series, albeit temporarily. So um, Hotaro uses these cards, so the Kuga card and the Faiz card, to transform into Mighty. I believe Photon Mighty. I forgot the form name. Sorry, but it's a mix between Kuga and Faiz. I actually thought it was Agito, but I was mistaken. So yeah, Kuga Faiz for some reason. And rather than giving Hotaro some sort of like red pattern, because red is predominantly featured in the designs for Kuga and Faiz, so it's an interesting choice for Toei to use gold for this armor. Well, I'm not complaining, but I mean, Kuga does have some gold trims on his armor, but again, they're not that dominant. And Faiz never had any gold on him. I mean, Kaiza probably, but uh, I'm not sure why they went with gold. So yeah, and we also see some other features with Kamen Rider Legend. So he is basically a mix of Decade and the End. So using his Legend driver, he can transform into other riders as well. The primary difference, of course, like the belt, and you have like a gold sash running from the left side to the, like from the left shoulder to the right hip. So he transforms into Decade and then O, and using his gun, so the Legend Ride gun, so he can summon other riders as well. So he summons Hibiki, Gaim, who else? I forgot the other one, but he also summoned Kaiza, so he's not limited to primary or like the main character riders. He can also summon other riders as well. But yeah, he summons four riders who help him defeat the Kashin, and we also hear, actually through Butler, so we hear some sort of backstory as to who we are fighting. So Kaguya is fighting a group or an organization simply called as the 100, led by a man called simply Boss, who for some reason uh, uses the Jiku driver in the Barks ride watch. So basically, this boss guy is Kamen Rider Barks. If you don't know Kamen Rider Barks, he was the main antagonist in Kamen Rider Go, the movie, over Quartzer. I mean, technically, he's also Sogo Tokiwa from a different timeline, so yeah, but the wielder of this power is again a man called Boss, who is played by Robin Furuya, who we used to know as Storius or Kamen Rider Storius in Kamen Rider Saber. So he also directed the uh, promotional videos for Saber and even Kamen Rider Legends teaser video. I'm pretty sure, like because of the very similar style, I'm pretty sure he directed it as well. So he's back in front of the camera rather than behind the scenes as a director. But that's just how talented Robin Fureya is. I'm impressed with that guy. So having him back as a Kamen Rider again, so I'm really on board with that. And with the show being like 14 minutes long, you know, you basically can see everything that I've talked about. And yeah, I intentionally missed out some parts in the plot. I know I should be saying more, but yeah, I basically spoiled the entire, more or less, the entire episode one of Legend in order to explain most of the stuff. But I highly recommend that you still watch it so you can learn more, because it's actually a far more interesting episode than any of the Gotchard episodes I've seen so far. Like, it's totally mid, and then here you have Legend spicing things up. Like, total carry, guys. It was a total carry. Like, I I I I can't believe I'm saying this, but it would have been better if Kamen Rider Legend was the main writer in the first place. Like, like, gotcha. Like, I so tried hard to love you. I'm still probably going to watch until the end, and I'm still hoping that things would get better. But for now, I'm trying to, like, just take it in and, enjoy it for what it is and not expect too much. But yeah, with Kamen Rider Legend hitting so hard, again, it's just two episodes. Actually, if you put them together, you get like more than, let's say, 28 minutes, more or less 30. So it's still a 30-minute episode, and it carries. I hope the second one doesn't suck, but I, now I have high expectations for Legend versus Gotchard episode 2. Ah, that's all I can say, really. But if I were to give Legend versus Gotchard a rating, I would say it's a 4.5 out of 5. The only thing holding back this show is it's very, very short. This should be a series on its own. Like, Kamen Rider Shinobi, like, I need more of that. I want more of that, you know? Kamen Rider Shinobi, I loved it when it came out. And when they skipped episodes so that we get Shinobi versus Tycoon, like, I wanted to see everything that happened in between, from like episode 1 of Shinobi until like episode 48, because I believe it was episode 48 for 47, 48, around that arc. So like I wanted to see what happened in between those arcs, you know. So like again, even if it's like a 10-minute episode each, like, Toei, get to work on those series. Come on. Don't leave us hanging. So, yeah, I really enjoyed, actually. Like, Kamen Rider Legend really has his presence. And even though, yeah, he very looks so much like a redesigned Decade, the end, I mean, function wise, he's a combination of both. Like, if a Kamen Rider Decade had a tertiary writer, should have been him, Kamen Rider Legend, or if you made a sequel out of it. Like, speaking of Decade sequel, like, the background music, they use so much of those BGMs with Kamen Rider Legend. So this could have been a sequel to Decade of some sort. So who knows? There have been a lot of rumors that Tsukasa Kadoya might appear again. I mean, I have mentioned this when Legend was revealed, but now that this decade-ish writer came out, the likelihood of Tsukasa Kadoya returning, I don't know. Just it may be just me, but it felt like it skyrocketed, you know. So many people are probably going to demand for Masahiro Inoue to come back as, Kamen Rider Decade, and probably appear somewhere within this mini series, or who knows, maybe within the Gotchard series. Many people are hoping for that. I'm pretty sure. If you're one of those people, let me know down in the comments. I mean, I'm not saying like he should come back, but I mean, it's a very nice touch if he does, but we can't say for certain. We don't know what circumstances there might be, but the hope is there, the possibility is there. So let's just wait and see what happens. So again, Kamen Rider Gotchard versus Legend, or we let's just call it Kamen Rider Legend. Forget Gotchard. Like, it's just so mid. Like, I'm going hard, not for Gotchard. Legend is the beast. Legend is the goat. So, yeah, that's all I can say for this video. So, if you've seen Kamen Rider Legend at this point, so let me know down in the comments below what you think. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching, and as always, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you next time. Bye.